Teamwork divides the task and multiplies the success. The unknown author who said this must have truly understood the complexity of organizations. In the words of the great entrepreneur, Henry Ford, coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. It is this spirit of teamwork that has sustained Southeast Missouri State University during a period of the largest state appropriations reductions in history. Because we work together, together we succeed. Despite reduced state financial support, Southeast obtained new accreditations, new programs of study at every level, and generous gifts and grants strengthened our position as the university of first choice. Several of our programs received new accreditation or accreditation renewal this year. Computer science was accredited by the Computing Accreditation Commission of the Accreditation Board of Engineering Technology. The National Council for Accreditation of Teacher Education and the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education re-accredited 28 initial teacher and all 12 advanced teacher preparation programs. The Donald L. Harrison College of Business maintained its business accreditation for both the undergraduate and the graduate degree programs by AACSB International, the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business. Additionally, programs in nursing, social work, mass media, music, and industrial and engineering technology also received re-accreditation. New programs responded to employment needs. Cybersecurity is critical to national security. Southeast now is the only university in Missouri and one of fewer than 30 public universities in the country to offer this bachelor's degree. National cybersecurity expert James Lewis helped to kick off the new major when he spoke about threats in today's world of technology.
We want to think about how do we get the skills that will meet the growing demand for this stuff. Demand will only grow as we incorporate more and more network technologies into our lives.
The new Global Cultures and Languages major prepares students for a world that is increasingly multicultural. The entrepreneurial spirit is alive at Southeast with new minors added in agriculture, horticulture, biological and medical sciences, and fine arts. Our new Certificate of Healthcare Facilities Operations is one of 3 in the country. A new minor and certificate in autism studies are useful to students majoring in special education, communication disorders, child development, and early childhood education. We are full. These words rang out in August of 2010. Increasing enrollment caused the university to limit enrollment of students from more than 50 miles away due to a lack of residence hall space. Fall 2010 enrollment numbers surpassed the 11,000 mark. Total enrollment for fall 2010, up 4.9%, was boosted by a surge of 1,928 beginning freshmen and 487 international students. Colleges and universities ignoring the trends shaping the future will cease to be relevant and will quickly decline in quality and enrollment. Higher education needs to rethink, redesign, and reposition itself and its delivery systems considering the changes in funding sources, the global and local environment, the changing use of technology, the nature and culture of future students and how they learn, and other factors, just to name a few. Consistent with its mission to prepare individuals to participate responsibly in a diverse and technologically advanced world, President Ken Dobbins announced a new initiative in the spring to look at university education in the future, entitled Southeast in the Year 2020. The charge of the committee is to study the trends in higher education and to begin planning for the students of 2020. The National AASCU Board of Directors also met on campus in the spring with President Dobbins serving as chair. Only 16 university presidents serve on the board of directors of this association of more than 420 public colleges and universities, which annually educate over 3.7 million students, or 56% of the enrollment at all public four-year institutions. Southeast faculty continue to garner national attention. Physics professor Santanil Ghosh won the Cottrell College Science Award for his nano-biotechnology research, allowing students to investigate the use of specially designed nanorobots to repair nervous system injury. Chemistry professors Muhammad Ali and Bjorn Olesen were awarded a 3-year National Science Foundation grant to mentor students in green chemistry research in collaboration with the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science. For the second consecutive year, the Department of Theater and Dance was featured in the popular Dancing in the Streets Festival in St. Louis. The interesting and the famous visited campus, giving the region an opportunity to hear from nationally known personalities. This year's speakers included Patrick Buchanan and Tom Daschle discussing current events, NPR broadcaster Carl Castle, and commentator Roland Martin, who gave the keynote address at the annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration dinner. The Mythbusters team took over the Show Me Center to tell their stories to an eager audience. Baseball Hall of Famer Cal Ripken Jr. spoke on the importance of perseverance. And Anne Quillette Marr, author of a Creole cookbook published by her own university press, cooked up something delicious in the University Center. During Global Entrepreneurship Week, students explore the possibilities of an innovative generation. Real-life entrepreneurs gave students first-hand advice, and competitions such as Sustainability at Southeast and the Fault Line Film Festival were among the events. Whitey Herzog was a big hit as this year's homecoming parade marshal. The university continues to receive national distinction. Princeton Review and U.S. News named Southeast as a top university on several lists once again. For the 7th year in a row, Princeton Review named the MBA program in the 2011 edition of its book, Best 300 Business Schools. U.S. News also listed nursing, speech-language pathology, and MBA programs in the 2012 edition of Best Graduate Schools. GetEducated.com listed Southeast #1 on the list of top 10 ranked best values online MBAs. StateUniversity.com ranked Southeast the safest college campus in Missouri. A decade ago, we had few of these accolades. KRCU received first place in the documentary/public affairs category for the station's production of The Ghosts of the Mississippi. Our regional campus in Kennett celebrated 10 years of success, and with our campuses in Malden, Sikeston, and joint campuses in Perryville and at the Cape Career and Technology Center, enroll more than 1,500 students. While funding at the state level decreased, Southeast continued to thrive with grants and awards received by dedicated faculty. A $150,000 grant from the Missouri Foundation for Health supports education in underserved schools. The David M. Barton Agriculture Research Center received a $24,000 grant for producing crops for future biofuels. The New Beef Research Facility also received a rural development grant of $91,000. A $35,000 grant from the Research Corporation for Science Advancement will support nanobiotechnology research. In collaboration with 12 other four-year Missouri universities, Southeast won a $250,000 Next Generation Learning Challenges grant to restructure courses. The shared grant will result in 13 classes common to all universities, with technology-based tools to lower costs and improve learning. Southeast has one of the most comprehensive entrepreneurship-focused university centers in the Midwest, offering an array of academic enhancement and outreach programs. The center received nearly $600,000 in competitive grants this year and was the only organization in the nation to receive 2 grants from the U.S. Small Business Administration's PRIME program for disadvantaged entrepreneurs. These funds are being used to train hundreds of organizations throughout the Delta region to accelerate entrepreneurship in their communities. Further proof of the program's success came when Governor Jay Nixon announced that the center received funding from the Delta Regional Authority to support its Operation Jumpstart program, and the Kauffman Foundation made Operation Jumpstart the exclusive national distributor of its First Step Entrepreneurship Training Program, extending the reach of the program to a national level. And the Missouri Foundation for Health awarded nursing funds for an accelerated BS in nursing. Overall, we received 69 competitive grants and contract awards totaling more than $6.7 million. A special note of thanks goes to our generous donors who helped the University Advancement Team raise $3.4 million, including more than $1 million in bequests and planned gifts. Donation to the annual fund increased by a record 15%. Harriet Campbell of Sikeston was named Friend of the University, recognizing her sustained generosity. And our scholarship program received a huge boost due to the generosity of June Barton and the sale of a significant tract of property. Proceeds from the sale allowed the Department of Agriculture to offer 9 new scholarships to incoming freshmen pursuing agribusiness degrees at our regional campuses beginning with the 2010 to 2011 academic year. The year was capped off by the dedication of the Douglas C. Green Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, which was established through a gift of $1.2 million from Doug and Heather Green. The University Foundation continues to provide access to students, as well as additional resources for the university. Thanks to the facilities management personnel, many of our beautiful campus buildings and grounds look better than ever. The Department of Public Safety found a new home in the former Wecking Alumni Center, providing a visible landmark to our campus. Security is a major reason Southeast was recently named the safest campus in Missouri by stateuniversity.com. In December, the university's Board of Regents approved a resolution to issue bonds for the campus facility renovations and repair projects. The bond issue funds construction dollars for campus improvements, including $22.8 million for renovations to Academic Hall, $17.9 million for renovations and in addition to McGill Hall and the university science laboratories, $10.6 million for deferred maintenance projects over the next 5 years, including renovation of Memorial Hall for transition space, and $6.9 million for conversion of the campus power plant to natural gas installation. Key offices in Academic Hall already have begun the relocation process, with plans to transform the first floor into a centralized student services area. The second floor will house the executive offices and have a new look for admissions, while the third floor will be renovated to house the Department of Communication Studies and several classrooms. While Academic Hall offices and classrooms will be completely relocated while the renovations take place over the next 2 years, parts of McGill Hall will remain open while other parts will be undergoing transformation. And throughout the campus, there will be signs for construction, repair, and maintenance, proving once again that Southeast Missouri State University is preparing for the students of 2020. Throughout the year, student athletes performed on and off the field, bringing excitement to our growing number of fans. Recertification of athletics was on the agenda, and our programs passed readily. In fact, every one of our teams met the NCAA graduation rate requirements, and 8 teams received NCAA Perfect Academic Progress rate result scores of 1,000. 9 programs received their highest 4-year scores, led by gymnastics, which received the highest scores for 4 straight years. Also significant, the OVC honored football with the Team Sportsmanship Award. Southeast is the only team to win both the Sportsmanship Award and the conference title in the same year. And the university received the OVC's annual Institutional Sportsmanship Award, which goes to the institution selected by its peers to have best exhibited the standards of sportsmanship and ethical conduct. From an 8th place OVC preseason ranking, the football team finished its season with its first ever conference championship, an NCAA playoff berth, and a national top 20 ranking, and Coach Tony Samuel won the Eddie Robinson National Coach of the Year Award. Men's basketball made its first OVC tournament appearance since 2006-2007. Southeast gymnastics team scored their second conference championship in 3 seasons. The Redhawks swept the men's and women's shot put and weight throw titles at the OVC Indoor Championships. We've had some great successes in competition this year, but even more importantly, we're proud of the student athletes' achievements in the classroom. In February, we recognized 186 scholar athletes who obtained a 3.0 or better grade point average, the highest total ever. And of the 186 honorees, 23 boasted perfect 4.0 GPAs. Southeast also boasted having 2 men's basketball players named to the National Association of Basketball Coaches Honors Court for excellence in academics. Southeast had 1 COSIDA ESPN the Magazine Academic All-American and 17 Ohio Valley Conference Medal of Honor recipients, the highest academic honor bestowed by the OVC. Overall, athletics is a shining example of teamwork.
Greetings to all of you. After reviewing last year's accomplishments, you can see why I am both privileged and proud to serve as your president. As we face the many challenges in the last several years, including record state appropriation reductions, we have worked together as a team to reduce our expenditures and increase revenues while still maintaining quality academic programs and services. Because we worked together as a team, we were successful together. Our faculty worked together in our classrooms, on university-wide committees and task forces, and on Faculty Senate to continuously improve our academic programs, improve our policies and procedures, and to educate, mentor, and assist our students. Our entire staff worked together as a team to maintain our beautiful campus and provide a full array of support services to our faculty, staff, and students. We worked together to keep Southeast the university of first choice. First choice for students, first choice for faculty and staff, and first choice for employers who hire our graduates. It takes each and every one of us all working together to make this complex institution work every day, So on behalf of our faculty, staff, and most importantly, on behalf of our students, thank you very much for all that you do for Southeast Missouri State University. It's a pleasure to be a part of your team. Have a great year.